Fuck. All right, Ann. Wrist. Like that.
Laid back.
Laid back. What's that? Yeah. Keep it, baby. Ann's arm is sore from yesterday's.
I'll bet. We're going to take it easy today, though. So, a good sore? That's good.
Ah, right. What a good girl. All right. I want to go to the outside. Whoa, that was really outside. I just wanted to make sure you were awake for that outside. Whoa! Hang on. I don't think this mic should be so close to my whoas.
Okay. Fine.
What's going to happen? You'll be deaf before you know it. You know I can't control my woes. Whoops. Thanks, Ann. Sorry, Ann. All of those Anns. Diagonal. Diagonal. The other diagonal. Whoop. Uh-oh. That's screaming material, man. Whoops. Other side, Ann. Diagonal.
Center your box, Angela. Center your box.
Whoa! That wouldn't have been the center either, Ann. All right. Do you want me to be straight? You're diagonal, I'm straight. Whoa! Thank you. Sorry, I'm straight, right? Ah! All right. I'm diagonal, you're straight. Whoopsie. Oh! Go get it. All right, full court, diagonal. All right, the other diagonal. You're not very nice this morning. Oh.
All right. Is that both your diagonals?
Pardon me?
Is that both your diagonals?
Yes, we
both
did.
The diagonals? Awesome. Okay.
You weren't watching?
Yeah, I was, but I was.
Were you thinking about something else?
I was thinking about how you guys were dinking. I was doing some analysis of your strokes while it was happening.
Were you? And what did you think? They were brilliant?
They were utterly brilliant.
Right? Poster children right here.
But as with anything brilliant, it can be improved upon. Right?
No.
So. One of the things I noticed that I think is very significant is that you guys were much better at the long dinks than you were at the close-up dinks. And the long dinks, your strokes were better than the close-up dinks. Anne has a flick and an acceleration in close-up dinks that shouldn't be there. And your backswing was just too much in a lot of them.
A lot of them were, I let get behind me as well, right?
So just take a step back.
Yeah.
Right. So a drop. So we're here to work today on drops and resets. And drops and drops and dinks are the same thing. They're just from further back. So I'd like to start up at the net, and I'd like to deal with the little flick in your swing, and I'd like to deal with the back swing in your swing. So.
Well, Anne's mean. She like puts them behind me. Let's kill Anne.
Yeah. And if we take, can I get you over here, Anne? If we take the flick out, you're going to be able to control it better. So if we keep that laid back wrist out in front of us and just push, right? So and
I have one more thing.
Yeah.
When we do this, we're dinking to each other's feet, not the outside of the box, correct?
Yes. Yeah. You should. So.
See the awe?
Yeah. People have a tendency when they do this, especially the diagonals, to think that they need to be hitting to the outside of the box. I want you to go diagonal across your partner's body to where they can reach it right out front, right? So when we're going cross court, I'm just going to go cross court. So I'm not hitting it to the outside of the box. I'm trying to hit it.
Are we doing diagonal?
I'm trying to hit it to her paddle, which is right there. So the first bounce is going to be right in front of her foot, right?
Are we doing diagonal?
Yeah, diagonal, sorry. I should explain that. So I'm not going way to the outside of the box. I'm just trying to put it just to outside of her foot so that she can give me a nice clean stroke back, right? The other thing I want to point out is with the hit, can I borrow that ball for a second?
You sure can.
With a hit, we have an acceleration, right? So we go slow, 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 fast, fast, fast. With a dink, there's no acceleration. It's just a push, right? Right? So it's the same speed. So I think the reason you're flicking is because you're trying to accelerate at the end of your shot, or at the end of your dink, like you would as a hit, right? So let's just try this again.
And that would be a speed up, right?
Could be a speed up.
That's doing a speed up.
Any hitting stroke is going to have an acceleration through the ball, but pushes like dinks and drops don't. There might be a minor acceleration through the ball, but it's not significant. And the wrist has to stay stable through the push, right? You see that, how it stays out in front, and I'm just giving it a little push. Okay, so I'd like you to work on the push. Keep your racket stable, so take the flick out. And I'd like you to work on just being when she hits further back, rather than, So sometimes you might have to do a step back to get your push in, to create space.
Yep.
But really what I want you to focus on is keeping the paddle in front of you.
Yeah.
So even if she hits a little off to the side, I want you to treat it as though it's an in the V dink, and just keep your racket laid back.
Okay.
Okay, Anne? There you go.
All right, are we doing straight?
Yeah, just straight for now. Good job, Anne. Flick is gone. Oh, there was the flick. It came back. No, so no flick. Just push.
It's
push
like
through.
a cat. The cat came back.
Yeah.
Right? Damn cat.
Think of it as a push, not as a hit. Much better. Awesome. Yep.
All right, that's straight.
Yep. See how much more control you guys have now compared to what you did before?
All right, diagonal?
Good. Yeah,
Yes.
do some diagonals now. Yeah, diagonals. Yeah. Good. You guys doing great?
Oh, that was a little fast.
Let me explain where things start to break down. Can I borrow the ball again, Ann? Just get you over here. Thank you. Okay. So where things start to break down is when you have to hit a ball and your paddle is way out of position. Because if your paddle is too high or too low or too far behind or whatever, Now you have to quickly move that paddle into position before you can hit your slow push thing, or your slow push, right? So if you make sure that as the ball's coming in, your paddle is lined up first and it's behind the ball, then you're not going to be in a position where you have to rush anything. So you're much less likely to have to rush your swing and make hot contact, right? So as the ball's coming towards me, I move my paddle, I figure out where it's coming, and I get my paddle in front of it, right? And right? So if I do this, oh shit, now I gotta hurry, right? Oh, now I gotta hurry, right? And you can see how it just speaks. Exactly. All right. So think about that. Think of catching it like you're
No, 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 no.
And a push. A push. Yeah, it's a push. Push, push, push. No hit, hit, hit. Push, push, push.
And do you know that if it doesn't, this is something I learned last week. Do you know that if we take it in the air, it's no longer a dink? No, if I dink to you, if I try to dink to you and I don't, and it doesn't hit the ground first, and you take it out of the air, it's no longer a dink. It's a volley, right? And I was like, well, what do you mean? We're still dinking, because I was thinking dinking was just something you do in the kitchen, and I learned no, dinking is a ground stroke.
I was in a dinking tournament, and you weren't allowed to volley.
You weren't allowed to volley?
Well, yeah, you weren't allowed to volley.
So everything had to be a ground stroke.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yep.
Oh, watch. Remember the push. Push, push, push.
Are we going sideways?
Just do whatever. I just want you to keep it going, keep it
You
alive.
just want it to be random. Okay.
Yeah, it can be anything you like. I really want you to focus on that gentle pushing motion and having your racket in position to receive the ball before it gets there. Yep.
Oh! So there's a little heart far back in.
So how does that feel?
It feels a lot lighter.
Yep.
Like you barely have to hit it. Okay?
Good. I'm going to give you one really tiny little additional tweak, not twink. Tweak. Okay. So right now you're taking it fairly close into your body, so you're having to push. What I want you to try to do is just take it out as far as you can reach. And to do that, I want you to keep your arm extended as the ball's coming in. And then as it's coming in, I want you to just reduce it the last second. All right, so I'm keeping my arm fully extended. Oops. Let's try that.
Go ahead, go!
Keep your arm fully extended. Reach, 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 so you know where your range is. Reach, reach, reach. Reach, yeah, reach. There we go. Reach, reach, reach. That's okay. So we're trying to do something new. Yeah. So, pause for 1 second. So by reaching out, you now know where the maximum part of your range is. So as the ball's coming into that zone, you can back up a little bit and then just give it a little push. Okay?
Is the elbow extended
Yep.
like that?
We're extending, fully extending, just so we know where the limit of our reach is, right? And then as the ball comes in, we're going to pull our arm back a little bit and then push it back up. And that's beautiful. Look at that.
And he
Angela,
says you're beautiful.
Sweet. Thanks. Oh, watch that backswing, Angela.
What?
Watch your backswing. Keep it out front of you. There we go. Nice. Exactly. Yeah, there we go. Now there's a little backswing there. Look at the control these two have. Amazing. great.
Whoops.
Ah, that was perfect. Feels good, eh?
That is.
I'm going to get you to back up to the white line now. You're going to stay at the green line. Let's do the same thing from here. White line to green line to white line. Yeah, same thing. So don't give up on our principle. You're just going to have to find your range. It's going to be a little more of a backswing, a little more of a push. Not a lot.
Am I ground stroke?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah, you're just
just
giving her
sending it
dinks.
backward?
It's exactly the same thing. It's still a dink. That's okay.
Sorry.
Good.
I should have caught
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Almost.
So give her a little friendlier dinks, a little more loft. You're not giving her drives into her feet. You're just giving her a little bit of loft, like a dink. You're dinking, not driving.
Am I still pushing it?
Yeah, exactly. You're still pushing it. So what I said is I want you to dink from there. She's a little further back, but we're still dinking. Okay? That wasn't a dink. Dink. There we go. That's a dink. Awesome. There we go. Beautiful. Awesome. Beautiful. And you're doing great. Keep it out front, though. Keep it out front. You're letting it get in a little close. Angela, keep it out front. You're letting it get in close.
Nice job. Very good.
So we're still going to use our arm. We're still going to extend our arm out here as our guide. As the ball's coming in, we're going to pull the arm back and then just give it a little push. Okay, so.
Are you going to undo that later?
No.
You're not?
No.
That's the way it's going to stay?
That's where it's going to stay.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know.
Beautiful. Nice. Keep it up front. Good. Keep it out front end. Take it as far out as you can reach. Good. Nice. Okay, good stuff. Okay, Angela's going to back up to the white line. Anne's going to come into the green line.
So with the extension, can it be with the paddle ready? But I don't know when I get my paddle ready if I have to do this. Can I do this instead?
Is that what you were asking me if I was going to undo later?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that we will undo later.
Okay.
But for right now, I want you to use your paddle length as a marker so you know where the extent of your range is.
And may I do this instead of this? Or
Not right now.
You want me to do
right
this?
now, I want you catching the ball as it comes in. Right? Let me demonstrate.
No, hang on a second. Can I just ask a question?
Yep.
So I'm marking it here.
You're marking
now
here.
I'm catching here.
No, as the ball is coming in, So give me the ball, Ann. The ball is coming in. I back my paddle up. Right, this is all we're doing right now. Right, and keep it extent of my range. Oops, a little bit of a back.
So you're not getting your paddle ready?
No, I'm not right now, because right now we're working on keeping the paddle up front.
Okay.
That's good. Ann did that her first time back at that distance too. There we go. Oh, push, push, push. There we go. Push, Ann, don't flick, don't hit. Push. Push, push, push. No backswing, Ann. Keep it out front. So you're falling into the old habit of So this is, we're not hitting right now, we're pushing. Right? So would you push like this as you were doing your grocery cart down the aisle? No, you keep your arms relatively out front, right? So think of it as a push. You're going to be pushing. Push, push, push. No, push, push, push. Arms out front. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna give Anna a correction. Very close. Okay? I want you to think of it this way. I'll get you to stand right here where you can see me. Okay, watch my paddle stays out, out, out. The last second it comes back. So I'm out like I'm gonna catch it. The last second it comes back. So I'm gonna keep it out, 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 out. Right? So what you're doing is this. Right? You're bringing your arm back way too soon, right? So what I want you to do is keep it out, keep it out, keep it out, move into position, and then just a little tiny little backswing and a push. Keep it out front.
Sorry. Oh! Oh! Maybe I'll do it properly. Oh!
Keep it out front a little bit longer, and that was perfect. Keep it out front a little more, a little longer. Keep it out the front till the last second. Much better. Look. Holy cow, talk about improvement. Look at this. Both of you. Awesome. Yes. Good movement. That was awesome. That was great. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So I'm going to have Angela here on the blue line. I'm going to have Ann back halfway between the white line and the inside green line. Just about where the black line intersects there. Okay, there we go. We're going to be a little further back. Same thing now. Yep. Beautiful, Angela. Great form. Beautiful. Keep it out front. Beautiful. Look at that.
Sorry. That's not very lofty, is it?
Okay, she's moving her feet. She's got it. Holy cow, Ann. Look at your control. Look at your control. Angela, nice feeds. You guys are making each other look good. It's awesome. It's all right. You guys had a long rally. I don't know how many strokes were there, but
That was very good.
I would say probably at least 30, maybe more than that. Okay, so now you're going to come forward to the blue line. You're going to go back halfway between the white line and the green line. Okay, no, halfway between the white line and the inside green line.
Inside green line.
Yeah, about halfway, right there. Yep, exactly. Let me back this camera up so we can get a better angle. All right, keep the paddle out front, keep the wrist laid back. Where did all the backswings go? Long time forgotten. That's why I'm an instructor, not a singer.
I can't hear you. What are
All
you
right.
saying, bud?
I'm being funny. It's just not very funny. Look at this.
Sorry, Ann.
Watch the backswing, Angela. Okay. So one of the things they want us to do in the instructor course is to talk to you while you're, and give you encouragement while you're doing this stuff. You can't hear me most of the time,
I
can
could
you?
hear you if you were behind me, but
Yeah.
I can't hear you there.
Yeah, same with you?
I could hear you.
Okay. Could you hear me singing?
You were also closer,
You
though.
could hear me singing?
I could hear, no?
You didn't hear me singing? See,
No.
that's for me. So,
I could hear you singing. I just couldn't hear you talking.
I guess my point is, I think we overdo that in these instructor courses, right? I think it's more important to give students time for their hippocampus to process the information, think about what they're doing.
I think it's also echoing in here,
Yeah, very.
right? If we were outdoors, it might be easier.
It's
for
easier
some
outdoors
people
for
to
sure.
hear.
Yeah.
If you were behind me, I could have heard you, I'm sure.
But as an autistic person, I can usually only listen to one thing at a time, and I'm not really in control of what I'm listening to. So I'm in an environment where people are shouting things at me while I'm trying to do stuff. It just leads to confusion because my brain is trying to focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So like we were on Red Deer, we were doing a lesson one time, and there was an ambulance going by through an intersection. I couldn't think of anything but that ambulance because I couldn't hear anything. My brain just went right to that ambulance. Anyway, all right, so that was awesome. I'm not going to say much. I'm going to let you guys focus on what you're doing. Do you need a drink? No? Okay, let's go all the way back to the baseline now. So actually switch it up. And you go back to the baseline. I'm going to let you come up to the kitchen. So what we've been doing is what I want to continue doing. The distance has increased a little bit. That's okay. I don't want you to worry about landing them in the kitchen or landing them in the court. I just want you to worry about keeping that wrist laid back, knowing where the extension or the end of your range is, and then pushing. It's all about control. Doesn't control feel awesome? It feels awesome, doesn't it? Control.
Feels awesome.
Yeah.
I can see that Anne's improving. Am I doing what you're asking me to do?
Yes,
Okay.
you're doing great. You've got a little tendency to get a little bit of a backswing in there. So I want you to be, this is really important to know where the extent of your range is so that you can back up to address the ball properly. Okay. If you don't do this...
So I shouldn't come back with a little bit of backswing. I
no,
should stay here.
What we're trying to do in this drill, in this exercise, is know where the end of our range is so that we can adjust our body to receive the ball properly and then receive and project the ball. Okay. If we don't know where the end of our range is, the ball ends up coming in on us too far. Later we'll adjust that to our ready position, but for right now I just want it out here so that you can adjust yourself.
You know who I feel like is Patricia. Patricia does this all the time, right? She plays from here, doesn't she?
Yes, she does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good observation.
She plays from here all the time. She doesn't have a lot of backswing unless she's plowing it.
Yeah.
But if she's just dinking, she dinks from here.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is what she learned from Tom. Yeah.
I thought she's always done it.
It's rolling off her paddle and into the net.
Yeah, because
she's lifting it a little, or?
One, her paddle's too thin, right? She has a very, very thin Prokenix paddle. Those are really difficult paddles to dink with. If you hit anywhere off of the center line, your ball just dies. So a lot of her mistakes at the net are because she's hitting off center with that very, very thin paddle. So, yeah.
What did you know that?
No, and I don't lecture students on their paddle choices. I'm not here to sell paddles. I'm not here to endorse. And I own a paddle store, so if I say anything to a student, they automatically assume I'm trying to sell them something. So I don't even talk about equipment at lessons, and that's the reason why. So.
It's a nice paddle to spin with, but you have to have the control, right?
Yeah, every paddle has good and bad to it. That paddle is just not a particularly good dinking paddle. Okay.
All right, Anne, let's try this. Nice.
Remember, Anne, it's a push, not a hit. A push, push, push. Yeah. So you're doing great. Be aware of hitting versus pushing. Today we're really working on trying to do everything with a push. Okay.
I feel so stiff when I do what you're asking me to do.
So
I feel like I'm like...
Yep. I would rather you
Yes.
give her a short ball that she can move forward on rather than a ball that's going to push her back too deep behind the baseline. So just keep that in mind.
I think I have control of that.
I do.
I'm working on the stiffness that you're asking me to do.
And you had the control when you were 4 feet in 48 inches.
But I was doing a backswing. Now I'm trying not to do any backswing, right?
No. You just a minute ago from here, you just 48 inches difference. You had it, so I know you have it here. It's just a matter of dialing in the
back
range.
there. I was doing too much backswing, though, right?
Not too much. Not most of the time. No.
Okay.
Look at this. Oh, so sweet right off the bat. Very nice. That's good. You guys are still finding your range. This last 48 inches makes a big difference.
Sorry, that was far back. Sorry, I'm not feeding well because I'm trying to do my own stuff here too.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Push, push, push.
It feels so weird. That would. You want me to try to get them more to Anne's white line?
Right about this black. So if she's back at the baseline, somewhere right about this black line is going to be about the right depth.
Sorry, I'm giving you shitty returns.
You guys are both doing great.
That was right on that black. Sorry. Here we go. I'm going to try to get back, Anne.
Oh, very nice. Okay, switch. You're going to back up. Anne's going to come forward. Yeah, you guys are doing great. You're doing great. Things come in steps. They don't come all at once. Be patient.
You want me at the baseline?
Right at the baseline. Right at the baseline. Yeah, outside the baseline. Outside the baseline.
Outside the baseline?
And there we are. Yep. Awesome. Little push. Yep. Little push. Little push. Okay.
Oh, there's a backswing.
All right.
I've got you way back too far.
Okay. Can I just get you off to the side for 1 second?
Okay.
Oops. Sorry, Anne. So I'm still paddle out and receiving it. So I have to project it a little further, but I still have my paddle out as though I'm trying to catch it, right? And then I just push it. Gotta hit a little harder.
It's a big push from there, isn't it?
It is a bigger push, yep, for sure. But I can also give myself a little more height, right? For now, because we're just working on our push, right? So, I'm still out at the end. I know where the end of my range is. Oops, a little low. You see what I'm saying? So I'm keeping it out like I'm going to catch it. I get my paddle lined up, and then I just give it a push at the end. And it doesn't. You don't have to try to be, skin tight over the net. Give yourself some clearance. We're just working on that pushing motion right now.
It's when you get in trouble though, even you pull back a little bit with a backswing, right?
Yeah. But minimal is the key.
Yeah.
No more than is necessary.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean no backswing.
Yeah. Okay.
It means no more than is necessary. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah.
Ah!
So we're doing great. We just, let me show you what you're doing, Ed. You're getting the paddle way back to here before you move it forward. We're trying to keep it out as long as we can. Pull it back at the last second. Okay, okay. Keep working on it. You're doing great.
Ah, you know it. Come on, baby, come on. Jeez. Jeez. Let's move the damn net in.
Good. You guys you're doing great, ladies.
You know it as soon as it hits your paddle that you're one inch off.
Okay. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of
Relaxation?
a little bit of a difficulty, a little bit of a challenge. Okay, so I'm gonna wait until the ball comes to me, and I'm gonna take everything from an open stance. Right? The ball bounces twice, that's fine. So Anne's gonna try and hit everything to me at the baseline. I'm gonna wait until it gets here.
Even if it bounces twice?
Even if it bounces twice. I'm going to try and stay open to the net and receive everything from a stationary.
And you want my feet to stay here?
Yeah, ideally.
Or can I move a little bit?
No, we want to try and do everything from a stationary position, open stance.
Okay.
Your job is going to be to feed her where she has a chance of returning things from an open stance. Okay? So this is a control drill. We're learning to control. Beautiful.
Oops, sorry, that was just a paddle fart.
And I will take care of cleaning up the balls in the middle zone here. Nice.
Oops.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay. We're getting there.
You've got a small target.
It's okay.
No, it's a hard target, and I'm not allowed to move my feet.
Oh, nice. Let it bounce twice. Fine. Okay. This is actually a really good drill. Come on up, Angela. You're going to come up to the blue line. You're going to go back to the baseline. You're going to do the same thing, Anne. So you're going to plant yourself in a stationary open position. And no matter what you get, you're going to try and return it without moving your feet from that stance, okay? And Angela's going to learn to give you friendly feeds. That's a little high, Angela. A little lower.
I know, I know, I know.
There we go. That's a good one.
Ah! You darn cheated.
All right, good.
I bounced up too high for you.
All right, so come to the center now, the T. The T, yeah, there you go. Now there's going to be two of us. You can hit the ball to either one of us. You're going to be on that side, I'm going to be on this side.
And you can't move your feet?
Exactly. When one of the two of us has to try and get it back to you without moving our feet.
Sorry. Nice. Nice cheat. That was a good cheat. No, nobody saw that.
Uh-oh. You can bounce twice.
Whoa, sorry, Ann. Nice. Nice.
Good save. Good save.
Sorry, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, 4 bounces.
4 bounces is fine. 10 bounces is fine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Nope, too much, too little. All right, let's get a rhythm going again here. Okay, it worked.
Nice.
I had to cheat on that one.
Nice.
Oh, okay, let's rotate one. I'm going to let you come on over here, and you're up at the net. I'm going to slide into your position, and you're up at the net here. You're going this way. Yeah, you're replacing Angela.
All right. Had to. I didn't move my feet, Annie.
So, your job, Anne, is to try and keep it between my outside foot and her outside foot. Because if it's anywhere in this zone, we're going to be able to return it, right? So you don't want to hit anything further out than my outside foot or her outside foot. Yeah, keep it in the V. All right. That would have been better to move my feet on. Sorry. Okay, you're still fine in the range. You'll get it.
Oops, I moved 1 foot. Oh, I moved 1 foot again.
Oh, it's just a little further than I could reach.
That was good feeding, Ann.
Yeah, just a little further than I could reach.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. All right, let's rotate. Run position. Thank you.
Come on, Ann, let's do it. Oh, Ann's a lefty. Look at that. Come on, baby, come on.
Come out. Oh.
Of course, that's faster.
All right, remember, keep the wrist laid back.
Sorry, Ann. I forgot you're a lefty. Ah, let's call it. He's putting them right there. Go! Nicely done.
Oh, tough one. Sorry, my bad. That was a bad feed. And keep it inside the line.
Yeah. Oh.
Let it bounce. That was tough.
Spinning, Sir Brent.
Okay, and you're just a little too far to the outside. So I want you guys to come in. So spread your arms out. Your paddle should touch. There we go. Right there. That's the distance I want you guys. All right?
Nice. Nice.
Let's try.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Oops.
Yeah. Here, I got it.
We're doing great. Oh. Remember, no backswing. We're starting to lose control. We're starting to spray because we're forgetting our fundamentals. Remember the wrist laid back, little or no backswing, give it a push. Push. Yeah, it was a good push.
Son
just
of
a little
a gun. Son of a gun.
Okay.
All I do is get this ball.
Remember the push.
Nice getting it over, Ann.
Nice.
I'm going to get that one. With
Push.
a cheat. Go.
Don't swing. No hits. Fine. Pushes. No push. There we go. Push. Beautiful. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Push. Beautiful. Push. Yes. Push in. Push. Yes. Push in. Oops. 2 bounces.
Yes. Yes.
Good save.
Yes. You got it.
Push, push, push. There it
nice
is.
One. That was a good one.
Yeah. Push, push, push. All right. So you can see.
Yes.
But you can see that even if you can't move your feet, you can still return stuff, right? You just got to, pay attention to your stroke mechanics, and your
reaches.
Yeah.
Is a drop also always from an open stance, or side or open?
Okay, so anything back at the baseline, you're probably going to hit open, right? Especially if, anything at the baseline, you're going to hit most of them open. If you have to step forward.
Hey, I know this.
If you're going to step forward.
I know this. If you're going to step forward, you're going to take it to the side.
You're going to turn sideways.
I was tested on that. And now I just asked you the question.
Exactly. All right, good stuff. Let's.
Sorry, I interrupted you telling Ann, though. Sorry. I was being a dick.
I don't remember what I was telling Ann.
I'll tell Ann. Okay. If you're going to get a dink, if you're going to do a dink and you're from back here,
Drop.
Sorry, a drop.
Drop and dink
If
are the
you're-
same thing though.
Yeah, sorry. If you're going to do a drop from back here, it's an open stance, open to the net. If you're going to go in, it's a side stance, and you're going to take it from a side, not an open.
Yeah. If you have to move forward, you want to turn sideways. Before we go get a drink, I just want to take this, what we were doing here, and bring it up to here. Because the same thing applies here. So I want to do exactly what we were just doing at the baseline here. So come in to where your paddles can touch, just like you were. Right? No, I want your paddles to touch right over the tee. Okay, there we go. Okay, without moving your feet, we're in a dink now. Without moving your feet, you're gonna be anchored. I can move mine because I have more ground to cover, but I want you guys to just stay in this open position without moving your feet.
And you want to take it in front of us.
And remember the push. And the laid back wrist.
Oops. Sorry, I should let you take it. I should have let you take it, lefty.
Okay.
Yeah, little spin guy.
You see what I'm saying though? You don't need to move your feet for most dinks. Very little movement, right? We have a tendency to move all over the place when we're dinking, but in actuality, we can return most dinks, especially in the center area, from this open position. If you need to move out wide, or if you get pushed back, or if you have to come forward, you're going to have to move your feet. But in terms of this cone right here, you can hit probably 99% of your dinks from an open stance. And the less you have to move, the less likely you make a mistake. Does that make sense?
I feel like when I first started with you, I hit everything from an open stance. Is that correct? And then you were like, oh, you have to not do that. And now we're back at doing open stances, correct?
Okay. Not quite correct.
No?
Okay. When I first started playing with you, if a dink was coming straight at you, you were backing up to hit it this way. And what I was trying to do was get you to turn sideways to take deeper dinks.
But even now, if we can back up to take it as an open stance, we would.
No, I was just saying that all I was saying here was if it's inside the kitchen, inside this cone, right? We're probably going to be able to take almost everything from an open stance. I didn't say you should.
If it's inside the kitchen, it should be in front.
Yeah.
Okay, and an open stance. Okay.
Once you start dinking in a game, though, there's a lot more movement. And if my job is to move you around to get you out of this open stance.
And when I take it from here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the problems with this whole group when I first met them is everybody was dinking that beginner style that we're taught when we begin. There were no step backs, there were no step forwards, nobody was closing off, they didn't know when to open up, right? And
that's how I dink.
Yeah, and that's what happens is you go into your first beginner lesson, they teach you how to dink that way, it becomes a rule in your mind, I must always dink this way regardless of the situation. And then, and if nobody ever unteaches you that, or if they never teach you the next thing, then you kind of get stuck in that mode. And that's what was happening. So I insist that everybody be able to dink from open and closed and neutral. You got to be able to dink everything. And there's a context, a tactical context in which you'll do everything. So but this was just to make the point that you can do a lot more from a wide open stance than you think you can.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And this is actually a really good kind of foundational starting point, right? Because if you learn where your range is, you're going to be able to, there's going to be less movement generally, right?
So if I'm here, I'm going to take it, I'm taking this from an open stance, but I want to go there. You would recommend that I just go funk like that, as opposed to funk like that.
No.
No,
we're not. It's not our door.
We're not allowed.
Yeah. No, and I don't want to make that a rule because it's very context dependent.
Right.
Right. I want you to be able to do this. I want you to be able to do the other thing.
Should we be like this?
If
those kind of like
yeah, so
your backhand.
Yeah. If the ball, so I'm standing here on the kitchen line, the blue line. Okay. The ball is going to land behind the blue line. I have to move my feet. Yeah. I have to do a step back, right? if to avoid the step back, I can either start with an alignment that's further back, so I have to step back less often, or if I want to be one of the players who's right on the kitchen line, then I need to be aware of when I have to do my step backs, right? And same with short balls. You might, if a short ball, you might have to step in. A wide ball, you might have to step out, right? But our foundational kind of basic position is open to the net. Okay, let's have a drink and then let's move on to some 7-Eleven games.
I like that. Oh, I like this.
Yep,
Yeah, good. I'm just going to check my phone to see if
Sure.
somebody is there, but